Okay, we'll start with House File 2800. Welcome, Representative Barr. It's nice to have you in our committee this morning. So, Representative Barr, I will move that House File 2800 be re-referred to the General Register. And again, welcome to the committee, and please explain your bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I also want to mention this is my first time up in your committee, and I did bring treats, but I've asked the page to pass them out after, because I really feel that this is a serious topic, and maybe all of your topics are serious, but just given the nature of this. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you so much.
Madam Chair, thank you for hearing, and members, the bill today, House File 2800. This bill serves to expand the definition of what can be defined as a crime as it relates to criminal sexual contact, and specifically it is expanded to include the non-consensual intentional touching of the clothing covering the immediate area of the buttocks. And I think most of us have not been immune to what's been going on nationally. Quite frankly, I've been horrified about some of the stories that have come out over the past year. And then, of course, more recently, we've had a number of issues occurring here at the state level. And I know for myself, I was very sad and angry to hear of some of the things that were going on. And as a result of that, I wanted to take a look at what was legal and illegal under the law. And when I took a look at this particular statute, I was surprised to find what was excluded from this law. And we can all make our own opinion and judgment on as to why that may have happened, but I felt strongly that we needed to close this little loophole in the law, and that is the intent of the bill. And with that, Madam Chair, I'm happy to stand for questions.
Thank you, Representative Barr. Do you have any testifiers?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, we do have a testifier on behalf of the bill.
Great. Welcome to the committee. Please introduce yourself for the record.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Caroline Palmer, and I'm the Public and Legal Affairs Manager at the Minnesota Coalition Against Sexual Assault. And I am here to speak in support of the bill and to thank Representative Barr for bringing this forward. We really appreciate it. I just want to give you a little bit of brief background. On several occasions, I've actually been asked the question whether or not it's illegal under our criminal sexual conduct laws to touch somebody's clothed buttocks. And I have to say, it may be illegal, but not in the way that you expect it. It's not a violation under our criminal sexual conduct codes. Maybe it's an assault, maybe it's disorderly conduct. But that is not going to match the way that a victim might feel when they are violated in this way. And I want to give you one example. I had a recent conversation with somebody who was at a work event, actually surrounded by colleagues. And she was groped at that event and sent suggestive sexual texts at the same time. And it was a very intense groping that occurred. She is a survivor of sexual assault, and she said that she felt pretty violated after that, just as much as she did from the sexual assault before. She has reported it, and they are working it through the system. But what they found is that they couldn't charge this under Crim Sex 5. And she doesn't really feel like the potential punishment that might come really fits the violation that she feels. And we hear about these examples all of the time. I also want to note that it is really significant that we are talking about this in the context of the Me Too movement. And I think at MNCASA, we know how complex this conversation is right now, and we recognize that there have been all levels of conversation and concerns about due process. But we also recognize that for a victim who has been groped in this way, it can be an act of sexual objectification and humiliation, and we want to honor that in our laws. So, and in that respect, I just wanted to say thank you again to Representative Barr and to the committee. And I do have a research intern here, Kelsey Myers. She actually took the step of looking at all of the states in our country, including the territories too. Very thorough to look at all the different states. And so if you have any specific questions about how Minnesota stacks up about states around the country, we can certainly give you that information.
Thank you. Any questions from members? Any? Representative O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Representative Barr, for bringing this forward. It was something I had looked at earlier in session as well. And I happened to notice that this statute was allowed, I guess, well, this activity was allowed back in 1988. Do you have any history as to why I mean, why would this be in our statutes to begin with? And do you have any history as to why 1988 was the year that they basically made this allowable in our law?
Mr. Chair.
Representative Barr?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and Representative O'Neill. I did try to do a little bit of research, and very high level was not able to really get at why that was excluded, and I just let it go. And part of me had the curiosity to wonder who on earth would allow this to be included, and I thought maybe that was better that I didn't know that as well, too, because I thought, for me, what was really important is that it's here today, and we need to clean up the language. So I hope that helps answer your question.
Mr. Dibble might have some more information on that.
Mr. Chair and members, I have an article from May of 1987 where it discusses the amendment. This was included in the original legislation, but I will name names. Senator Spear made an amendment to exclude it, and he's quoted as saying, I don't want anyone to think this is proper behavior, but sometimes we must make a distinction between behavior that is improper and unsocial and behavior that we ought to criminalize.
Anyone from the audience wish to comment on this? Representative Barr, any last comments you'd like to make?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I'll just make one comment on that statement. I think it often depends on the context and the person who is receiving, on the receiving end of that behavior. And I can tell you there's probably almost no work situation for me that would be acceptable. So thank you for hearing the bill, and I respectfully ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll reaffirm the motion to re-refer the House File 2800 to the General Register. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you.